Good evening again. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 41st Annual Anderson Area Chamber of Commerce Citizen of the Year Award Ceremony. We thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to attend this evening's event. I am Judy Slahak, Vice Chair of the Anderson Area Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, and I extend my greetings and thanks to you on behalf of the Chamber. Tonight, we come together to give recognition to individuals and businesses that serve to make our communities better. We commend all who will be honored tonight and thank them for their tireless contributions to our community. This year's event is presented by Mount Washington Care Center. Will representatives from Mount Washington Care please stand up and be recognized? Thank you for your continued support of this popular community event. The Chamber appreciates your involvement. I'd also like to thank the Turpin High School Chamber Quartet under the direction of Robin Biershank for providing background music during the reception and cocktail hour. It was a great job, guys. And thank you for sharing your time and talents with us. This is a great evening for the Anderson Area Chamber and for the many volunteers and businesses that work to make our community better. Thanks to all of you who have come to honor friends, family members, and co-workers at this annual event. We're delighted to have WLWT news anchor Sheree Paolello with us this evening as our MC. Thanks, Sheree, for helping us honor these special recipients this evening. Sheree Paolello grew up in the tri-state and in 2002 came back to report in her hometown at WLW News 5. In 2005, Sheree was promoted to news anchor and has been delivering the news to us ever since. In 2011, Cincy Magazine named Sheree the best female news anchor in town. The same magazine also awarded her the title Best Sparkle at the Podium. And you're going to see why this evening. Sheree will tell you that she loves her job, but what she enjoys most is giving back to organizations like the Anderson Area Chamber of Commerce. She's a busy woman. When Sheree's not on the air or volunteering, she's a wife, a mother of 3 young boys, 3 dogs, a cat, and 4 lizards. Wow. Please welcome WLWT news anchor Sheree Paolello.
Oh, good evening to you. How are you guys? I love that the audio and visual people, hold on, I'm gonna move this, know me because they have a box here for me. But since Judy's gonna get back up here in just a second, I'll wait and then I'll kind of scoot it over. Can you guys see me back here? Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna take this off. So I am Sheree with Channel 5 News, and I love the introduction. I think this year though, in City Beat Magazine, I got beat by Bob Herzog. Who does all the dancing and stuff, so I gotta start to break down my moves or something and work on that. So I am Sheree with Channel 5 News, and I'm really thrilled to be here with you guys. This is my first year being here. Round of applause if it's your first year being here with us. So if it's your first year, welcome, and I'm so glad you could join us tonight. And for those of you who have made this maybe a yearly tradition, thank you for your continued support, especially our sponsors who make this happen. Before we get things kicked off, I just want to thank you so much for inviting me to be here with you all this evening. I have to tell you that as I was looking through our honorees, I'm just blown away at all that you do. And the thing that struck me is that I know for probably every one of our honorees here today, I'm sure they're humbled and maybe even a little bit embarrassed because this is something that they just do. It's what they love, whether it's teaching and every day they go into those classrooms and into the school and mentor kids because it's what they love, or for our students who are here today who are being honored. Here you are so young, not even into college and really even pursuing your career or family, and you're being honored at such a young age. And then another special gentleman who I've met so many times, who has taken a tragedy within his family, where most of us would lose a child and never recover and never be the same. And instead, he has turned it into this mission to help other people, other military families, other people who are serving military men and women overseas. So we're going to honor all of you tonight. And I just thank you for allowing me to be a part of this evening. You know, I often say whether I'm in schools or if I go to a charity event like, or something like this, a dinner where we're honoring people. You know, when I was young and 20 and in college and thought, okay, I'm going to be a reporter and I'm going to change the world. I still think that informing the public is an important service, and we want to know what's going on in our community, whether it's good or bad. But when I was 20-some years old, getting out of college, I thought that, you know, I maybe didn't think I was going to cover shootings and fires and all of those kind of sad things that we covered day in and day out. To me, this is now the best part of my job, because this is my community, this is my home, and I'm so lucky to be working back at home around my family. But beyond that, I don't just go out and report on stories anymore. I get to come out and do amazing things like this, where I get to see good people doing great things, truly making a difference. So thank you for inviting me here tonight. We've got a lot of people to honor. I'm going to turn it back over to Judy, and then we'll get underway, okay?
Thanks, Sheree. Among us are some of the Anderson area's top citizens, students, educators, and businesses. Their efforts represent volunteer contributions in a variety of areas. Excuse me. We'll put this back on here. I would like to invite Scott Prebles, Superintendent of Forest Hills School District and fellow Chamber Board member, to help present the Educator and Student of the Year awards. Secretary of State John Husted wanted to send his congratulations to all of the award recipients tonight and has sent proclamations to each individual winner. They were delivered by Beth Hammond, who is here representing him tonight. So without further delay, let's learn about tonight's special recipients. Sheree, will you please do the honors? There you are.
So serious, and we gotta liven things up a little bit. Can we serve some wine or something, Judy? I have to work until midnight tonight, okay? All right, so let's get things underway here. And our first award of the evening is the Anderson Area Educators of the Year Award. This is sponsored by La Rosa's Pizzeria, and this year we are actually honoring 2 educators in our area. So let's get things started here. First tonight, from Archbishop McNicholas High School, we are honoring Teresa Davis this evening. Now, Teresa Davis is an asset at McNicholas High School as part of the theology department faculty. She teaches classes in sculpture, world religion, and vocations, and is part of the campus ministry team and the anime club moderator. Teresa spearheads McNicholas's grief support group, which meets regularly to provide a network of support, compassion, as well as to help other students and help students who have perhaps lost loved ones. She has brought a number of speakers to McNicholas that challenge students and push their comfort levels, including Immaculée, a survivor of the 1994 genocide that happened in Rwanda. Bringing Immaculée to McNick has taken an enormous amount of coordination, as you can imagine, within the Archdiocese, as well as other local partners, as well as fundraising and logistical preparations for her visit. Teresa has been the catalyst for this effort and the untiring advocate for this very important experience for the students at McNick. Teresa sees a need and works quickly to fill that need. She is keenly attuned to the unspoken needs of the students and works tirelessly to compassionately and profoundly fill those needs. Her love for students is unparalleled. We're told that she just goes above and beyond to help students who are struggling. She is passionate about McNicholas' grief group and giving hurting students a place to process their pain. Teresa is a bright light in the student halls on a daily basis for the students, and she has sincerity in her desire to see McNicholas continue to be excellent at school. Teresa's faith in action is an example to students, faculty, and even staff at McNicholas. She has a zeal, they say, and a fervor, and is always working behind the scenes to give the kids good experiences so that they can work on building their own faith. She encourages students to keep doing good, even if things maybe aren't easy or aren't going well for them. So we are pleased and honored to recognize Miss Teresa Davis as Anderson Area Educator of the Year this year. Teresa, would you please come on up and accept your award?
But I'm two of you. Are we the same? I made two of her, but do I need to get your stilettos too? You're adorable. That's so good to meet you. Thank you so much. Wait, take this too.
Okay, thank you. Do we want to get a picture?
Hi.
Over here? Okay.
Here. Put you on this one here. Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Come down. Okay, make me look thin.
Oh, here. Can we take the shoes off here?
Yeah. Stair step in here. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Do they have a box for you too at work like they do for me? See, like this thing here, it's just portable. They bring it wherever I go. Teresa, congratulations. I have to tell you, as I was reading everything that you do this morning, because I'm a procrastinator and I'm in the news business, so like an hour is, eons for me. But this morning, as I was reading it, I'm in awe of people like you, because so often we are doing stories on the kids who have lost someone in some way. And so for you to take on those kids and get them through is truly an angel's work. So thank you for everything that you do. And I'm not just saying that because you're my size, I promise. Our second Educator of the Year award goes to Tracy Moran from Summit Elementary School. In today's world, noisy with data, metrics, and compliance, the value of authentic humanity is immeasurable. This is what Tracy Moran brings to every interaction with students, parents, colleagues, and community members, to the very great credit of this district and the educational profession. Mrs. Moran is an experienced teacher who prioritizes students' healthy development, maximum learning, and positive self-concept. In doing so, she is continually researching and implementing best practices. Mrs. Moran shares her philosophy and knowledge generously with her colleagues at every level. She has been instrumental in the articulation of Forest Hill School District's math curriculum and is passionate about shaping students' mathematical understanding, a competency critical to 21st century success. Mrs. Moran's growth mindset extends to her work in collaborating to reimagine optimal learning environments as building renovations take place throughout the district. She also actively incorporates technological tools to enhance student learning as a member of the FUSE initiative, while always being mindful of the whole child. She strikes the highly skillful balance between informed theory and exemplary practice. Beyond the classroom walls, Mrs. Moran serves in her community with integrity as an active member in her church and in her children's schools as chair for multiple committees. Her colleagues value her active partnership and professionalism. Harvard University professor Sheree reminds us that spreadsheets and PowerPoint presentations do not, quote, teach us how to think critically about living in an age of simulation. Tracy Moran does. She is the real deal. So we are pleased to recognize another outstanding teacher, Tracy Moran, as Anderson Area Educator of the Year. Please welcome Tracy tonight.
Congratulations to you.
How about a round of applause for Tracy? You know, it got me thinking back to many, many, many years ago as I was thinking about the two teachers that we're honoring here tonight and how you really have no idea the difference that you make. And there are just those few select teachers that in my life truly shaped me. So thank you for all that you do day in and day out, Tracy. All right, so let's now move on to the Anderson Area Student of the Year Awards tonight. This is sponsored by Huntington Learning Center, so thank you to all of you from Huntington this year. This year we are honoring two students, and our very first winner is Kyle Derby. He's a senior at Anderson High School who is accompanied by his parents, Karen King and Ronald Derby as well. I think I might be mispronouncing it. Is it DeBry? Kyle DeBry. I'm so sorry. All right, so Kyle, congratulations to you. Let me tell you a little bit about Kyle DeBry. Kyle exemplifies what it means to be a student of the year. So through hard work and determination, Kyle has reached the highest levels of success while taking some of the most advanced courses available in Anderson, including 7 honors classes and 14 advanced placement courses. He was recognized by the College Board as a National AP Scholar. Furthermore, Kyle has been recognized as a National Merit Finalist and even earned a perfect score of 36 on his ACT. Yeah. Pretty impressive here. Through all of this, though, he has maintained, get this, maintained a 4.688 GPA. So as I'm like reading this like early this morning before my full cup of coffee, I was like, now wait, on the scale is 4.0, right? Kyle is eager to take his learning to the next level to college, as you can imagine. In addition to maintaining an outstanding record of academic achievement, Kyle exhibits a well-balanced demeanor and the soft skills necessary for success in whichever field that he eventually decides to pursue. He has played saxophone in the wind ensemble throughout high school and was a drum major for the marching band, leading the group to receive a superior rating at the 2015 Band Expo. Further, Kyle was selected to participate in the Anderson High School Link Crew. That's a mentoring program for freshman students. Throughout the year, he has worked to ease these students' transition into high school in a number of ways, from planning and implementing orientation in August to meeting weekly with a small group of 9th graders. Kyle was part of the technical crew for the Anderson High School Winter Play. His expert technical knowledge was a true asset, they say, to this team of students who made the show possible. Not only is he academically gifted, to say the least, ranked #1 in his class, and planning to major in physics, but he also took the time to start a programming club on Friday nights, and a bunch of students actually come back to school to learn from him. That is quite a testament, I think, to his leadership. Kyle is the president of the Anderson High School chapter of the National Honor Society, meaning the faculty found him to be the most worthy in the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society: scholarship, leadership, character, as well as service. So we are beyond pleased and honored to recognize Kyle DeBry as Anderson Area Student of the Year. Congratulations, Kyle.
Congratulations. Thank you. So great to meet you.
Are you forever going to say that lady on Channel 5 mispronounced my name? Will you forgive me? Sorry, Kyle. Congratulations to you. Our second Student of the Year recipient is Mitchell Hartwell from Archbishop McNicholas High School. Mitchell is accompanied tonight with his parents, Mark and Marla Hartwell. Thanks for being here this evening. Senior Mitchell Hartwell is a 4-year honor roll student and a member of the tennis team. He has also been a part of the liturgy choir for 3 years and a service club member and McNicholas ambassador. Mitchell's area of greatest contributions to McNick is in the theater. He has done the sound for 7 McNicholas stage shows and 4 talent shows. And when he's not in the sound booth, he's at center stage. Mitchell starred as Mr. Darcy in Pride and Prejudice just this past fall and also earned acclaim at the State Thespian Conference as Adam in the 2014 The Apple Tree. His comedic timing was also on display this past winter when he played Lurch in The Addams Family, which sounds super fun. Mitchell is also vice president of the McNicholas chapter of the International Thespian Society. He leads by example of unselfish devotion of his time and talent, and even mentors many, many young students hoping to be involved in McNicholas Theater. Mitchell Hartwell is never too busy to help with any project or need of his fellow students or faculty and staff. He is generous and selfless with his time and immense talents. In addition to his work with the sound system that he has learned and taught others, Mitchell has put in countless hours helping construct sets, hang lights, research and create sound effects, as well as even run lines with his fellow actors. Mitchell possesses a humility, they say, and generosity that goes far beyond what we generally see. He has a talent and a command of the stage when he's performing and a creative and plentiful team spirit in producing the technical components, they say, of any of the shows that he's in. What's most impressive about Mitchell is the maturity, thoughtfulness, and humility that he shows as he serves the school community every single day. When Mitchell is assigned a task, it will most certainly be completed without any problem. Mitchell will attend Full Sail University, where he's going to work towards his Bachelor's of Science degree in game development. So we are pleased to recognize and present to you this evening Mitchell Hartwell as Anderson Area Student of the Year. Mitchell, come on up.
Tradition.
Yeah, I like it.
So Mitchell, I don't want to, sway you or anything, but a long, long time ago, I used to like to be in theater too, so maybe you could join me on the news side someday. At this time, we would like to present the Anderson Area Chamber of Commerce Special Recognition Award this evening. So this award actually honors an individual or an organization that has had a special impact on the Anderson area community. And so this year, we are honoring 2 recipients for their service to our community. Our first recipient is Dale Bartholomew. For 18 plus years, Dale served as a commissioner on the Anderson Township Park Board, helping to shape the park system that people there enjoy even still today. He has given thousands of hours to meeting after meeting, whether it's assisting, overseeing, and as well as planning at the Park District. Dale his influence has played a major role in all of the park improvements, land acquisitions, green spaces that we see, playgrounds, ball fields, and overall health of the Park District year after year. Dale has been involved in Kiwanis and their many service projects since 1984. The Bartholomew family has been very active members of the Mount Washington Baptist Church. Dale has served on the board of the church's land holding company, holding the office of vice president for 2 years, and has also served as the past chairman of the holding company's board of trustees. His list of volunteer efforts over the years is extensive, as you're going to see here, along with serving his church, park board, and the Kiwanis Club. Dale served on the Township Advisory Committee for Zoning, served on Governor Bob Taft's Small Business Advisory Council, was instrumental in fundraising for the township's Firemen's Memorial at Beach Acres Park, and was involved in efforts for the Veterans Memorial Project at the Anderson Center. For his long record of unending community service, Dale recognized as Citizen of the Year back in 1997 by the Anderson Area Chamber of Commerce. In 2007, the Great Oaks Career and Technical Educational School District also recognized Dale as a distinguished alumni. Pretty great guy. So we are honored and pleased to recognize and present to you this evening Dale Bartholomew with the Anderson Area Special Recognition Award.
That's okay. Maybe you could put me on your shoulders. Here, let me give you this too. There you go.
Thank you. Appreciate it. She's got her response. Thank you.
I just want you guys to know, Dale, and all of you that were honored, it's like you make us feel lazy, the rest of us in the crowd, right? Like, surely there's more that we could do. Congratulations to you, Dale. Our next recipient tonight is Mr. Russ Jackson. Residents as well as state, county, and even local officials turned out at the trustees' December meeting to honor Russ Jackson for his 20 years of service to Anderson Township. In a proclamation issued by U.S. Representative Brad Winstrup, he was praised for using, quote, his business acumen to help steer Anderson Township towards economic success. Earlier in his tenure, Russ supported aggressive action on behalf of the board to improve the township zoning, planning, as well as development functions to better meet needs expressed by citizens, groups, and the business community. Russ said that he liked to think outside the bureaucracy, a tactic that played a role in shutting down the former El Rancho Rankin, an unlicensed business with significant building and fire code violations that we told you about on WLWT Channel 5. Over the years, Russ supported the adoption and implementation of approximately 15 plans, including the township's first comprehensive plan, the nationally recognized Beachmont Corridor Plan, and the award-winning Anderson Trails Plan, among others. In recent years, those plans even led to increased economic development, as well as the centering of our community through the design and construction of the Anderson Center Station, the 5-mile trail, and 5-mile streetscape improvements. Russ devoted countless hours to the preservation of green space within the township, even serving as a member of the Green Space Advisory Committee and ensuring that more than 700 acres of property will remain in a natural state. He was also recognized for his stewardship of taxpayer dollars and fiscal conservatism. We love when you save us money, Russ. Russ originally took office on January 1st, 1996, when, in homage to his father, long-term Hamilton County Sheriff's Officer Russell L. Jackson Sr., he took the oath of office before former Hamilton County Sheriff Simon Lease, and he completed his service to the community on December 31st of this past year. So we are pleased to welcome and recognize Mr. Russ Jackson with our Anderson Area Special Recognition Award tonight. Russ? Actually, Russ could not be here with us this evening, so accepting on his behalf is Andrew Pappas, the president of the Anderson Township Board of Trustees. You can clap for him too.
Congratulations.
Yeah, on Russ's behalf, thank you. I'll deliver it to you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Oh, do you want to do a picture still? Okay.
Will you put Russ's face? Make sure you can see his face.
All right, Andrew, thank you for being here with us. Next on our agenda is the Anderson Area Volunteer of the Year. And we are so honored and pleased to award this to Mr. Joe Zehren. Joe Zehren has been involved in volunteer service in the Anderson Township, Washington areas, working to improve the community where he lives since retirement back in 1991. Joe's motivation to volunteer develops out of working to find a solution to a problem that exists in the community. He's a consensus builder, people say, and believes that by involving other people in the community and community-based projects, that everyone involved in the process achieves success, he says. His saying is, many people, many minds. To solve one problem in the community, Joe encouraged dialogue between landlords, apartment dwellers, council members, and police to explain and teach landlords how they could better vet future tenants to find quality renters to live in their apartments in the community. Joe has also been a member of Citizens on Patrol since its inception, is involved in removing graffiti in the community and cleaning up Stanberry Park and its trails so our community will be safe and comfortable walking the trails and enjoying nature day in and day out. Right now, Joe is growing hundreds of milkweed plants and redbud trees that he started from seeds for planting in Stanberry Park and the Mount Washington area to bring the monarch butterflies back to our area. Pretty cool. Joe is a visible presence in our community. If you're maybe driving through downtown Mount Washington, you just might see him sweeping the sidewalks, laying mulch, gardening at the planters, or landscaping the Welcome to Mount Washington sign. Joe also volunteers for the Mount Washington Business District to solicit donations for activities like the Holiday Walk, Mount Washington Tower Lights, and spaghetti dinners to fund the upkeep for the lights on the Mount Washington Water Tower. Remembering the days of the Welcome Wagon, Joe designed and printed a Mount Washington Welcome booklet, completely paid for by business advertising. He delivers the welcome booklets to current residents and neighbors and requests that they deliver the welcome booklets to their new neighbors as a way to meet their new neighbor and also welcome them to our community. Joe loves to talk with people, whether they are strangers, friends, or acquaintances. He attends any type of meeting within the city he thinks might help with the projects that he's involved with in the community. He is a true project manager for volunteers, always seeking out a problem and a solution. He does it because he enjoys being involved, and ultimately he wants to make a difference in the Mount Washington community. So we are so pleased tonight to finally recognize Mr. Joe Zehren as Anderson Area Volunteer of the Year. Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Come on over here, let's get a picture.
All right, two lovely women. I like the women better.
I need a Joe in my community. Congratulations to you, and thanks for all that you do. Our next category is Anderson Area Business of the Year, and the Business of the Year Award is sponsored by NFP Corporate Services, so thank you, NFP. The winner of this year's Business of the Year Award is Mercy Health Anderson Hospital. Mercy Health Anderson Hospital has been caring for people of Anderson Township since 1984. Through the years, the hospital has participated in economic development studies, donating land for continuation of bike trails, and sponsoring healthy activities like the Forest Hills 5K. Mercy Health, in partnership with the Wellington Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, provides 5 certified athletic trainers for Anderson and Turpin High Schools as well as Nagel Middle School. Team physicians provide sports physicals, non-compensated care, concussion awareness, we know how important that is, as well as sideline management for football games and several other events. Mercy has been a sponsor and participant in Greater Anderson Days from the very beginning. Mercy Health and Wellington physicians and staff provide educational opportunities through a Medical Explorers program, as well as internships, individual mentoring, and programs for elementary schools, including the Name the Robot contest, in which 2,200 local students in grades 3rd through 6th submitted their name, and 16 finalists received a behind-the-scenes operating room experience, complete with scrubs that they got to take home. For the past 4 years, 8th graders at Nagel Middle School have had the opportunity to take an encore class taught by district personnel, as well as Mercy Health design and architectural experts, resulting in a part of the design of the expanding hospital. So these kids actually had a say in what you're seeing. Mercy has been a partner in the focus on healthy communities through forums, emergency medical services, disaster preparedness, and school fitness. Local leadership represents Anderson Township and Mercy Anderson Hospital on multiple state and local task force, including opiate reduction, neonatal abstinence syndrome, cardiovascular health, breastfeeding, concussion treatment, and prevention, and many, many other things. This year, the hospital will open a 5-story, $74 million patient care tower. From the start, expansion of the Anderson Hospital has enthusiastically embraced the community. Most of the community has signed one of the 3 topping off beams located on the top floor of Mercy. The tower represents the journey from a community-based hospital to one of the most acclaimed medical centers in the nation, including, so impressive here, 10 times being named Truven Top 100 Hospitals, and most recently named Truven Top 50 Hospital for cardiovascular. How about that? So we are honored to recognize to you this evening Mercy Health Anderson Hospital as Anderson Area Business of the Year. And if you would, representatives of Mercy, please come on up to accept your award tonight. And now, last but not least, our final award this evening is our Anderson Area Citizen of the Year Award. The 2016 Citizen of the Year Award sponsor is Park National Bank. This year's Citizen of the Year is Mr. Keith Maupin. Since the founding of the Yellow Ribbon Support Center some 12 years ago, Keith Maupin has worked tirelessly for the mission, a close-knit community, and the determination of the Maupin family to locate their son was the impetus for a massive campaign of sending care packages plastered with Matt's picture to those most likely to find him, his brothers and sisters, in arms. Every package asked the same question: have you seen my face? The Matt Maupin Computer Lab was donated to the LSA Anaconda Education Center in hopes that communications would start chatter about Matt and get him home safe. After 4 long years, Matt's remains were found and returned home here to Claremont County. During the course of continuing conflict, our community lost far too many young people and continues to do so. The volunteers of the Yellow Ribbon Support Center want to assure Matt and all of our own are not forgotten. In 2006, the April 9th Scholarship Fund, under the banner Let Us Never Forget, was created to raise money for scholarships given in the name of those fallen heroes within our tri-state area. A dinner program is hosted every single year to honor young men and women who have given their lives for our freedom and to raise money to fund scholarships awarded in their memory. After Matt was returned to his family, the mission to support soldiers deployed in harm's way did not falter. It was not a conscious decision, but one that spoke to the appreciation for the commitment that our soldiers make when they volunteer to serve our country and our people. To date, the center has shipped more than 25,000 boxes with increased commitment and support of others. They will continue to support the troops serving in harm's way as we speak tonight. Hang around with Keith Maupin for just a little while and you will see why this passionate patriot is so popular within our Claremont County community and beyond. His easygoing nature and unassuming demeanor make him easy to approach and carry on a conversation with. People recognize Keith Maupin and look to him as a source of comfort, leadership, and hope within our community. He had his own siding company for several years and often reminisces about all of the homes in the area that his team covered in siding. That all changed on April 9th, 2004, when his oldest son was captured by insurgents in Iraq. Keith had one mission: find Matt. Keith loves fishing and will often say that when all of our deployed military finally come home, he's going fishing. So we are so honored to have you here with us tonight, sir, and to recognize Mr. Keith Maupin for our Anderson Area Citizen of the Year. So deserving.
You know, this wouldn't happen without these people at this table right here. I just want you to know. This one started it. This one started the dinner. This is my younger son. These guys come on board to help me fix a small problem. But this wouldn't happen without these guys. They're very good.
Keith says to me, whispers, I don't know how to act with something like this. This man and his family and all of these volunteers are amazing. I have to tell you, I did not know that we were going to honor you until I heard last week. And there is not a time, even at the worst time, and you all know when that was, that we had to call him and say, okay, we have followed Matt's story. Will you talk with us? Never once has this man not been willing to fight for his son's legacy and for all of the men and women who continue, some who get to come home safely, thank God, and for those too many who do not. So thank you for all that you guys do day in and day out, and I know that you are the face of this wonderful organization, but would prefer not to be at all. So thank you so much for being here, and congratulations to you. I just want to thank you all so much. How about a huge round of applause for all of our honorees here this evening? And I thank you again for letting me share in your moment here tonight. It truly is such an honor, and it's why I still love doing what I do. I get to come out and see all of you truly making a difference. You know, on NBC, on the nightly news, they do a segment called Making a Difference. And as I'm reading your stories here this morning, I'm thinking every single one of you could be a Making a Difference story. So thank you for having me here this evening. Keep doing what you do so graciously in serving our community every day. Thank you for all that you do. Have a great evening. And I'll see you at 11 o'clock on Channel 5.
Oh, yes. Let me find my script here. Nope. Bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute while I find my place. Here we are. Just a bit of housekeeping before we move on. Someone turned in a valet ticket. If you parked valet and you can't find your ticket, we have it for you. If no one comes to claim the ticket, we'll be happy to give away a free car later this evening. Let's see. Still looking. Sheree and I have got our stuff all mixed up here. Ah. All right. I'm totally lost. I may have to just wing this. Thank you. All right. All right. Finally, thank you, Ken. Gets me back on track. Let's applaud the incredible efforts of each of the fine individuals and groups that were recognized tonight. We're honored to have each of you here with us this evening and want to emphasize how valuable your contributions have been to our communities. The Anderson Area Chamber of Commerce is proud to present this event to the community. With the Chamber's membership growing and continued community involvement, the Chamber is now stronger than ever in its efforts to support local businesses and organizations. For this special event tonight, I'd like to recognize the Chamber's 2016 sustaining sponsors. Thanks very much to these organizations for their continued support to the Chamber. If you'll take a look at the screens all around you, you can see who our sponsors are, and please take a look as we give them a round of applause. We'd like to send out a special thanks to our more quiet contributors whose donations are also critical in making this event such a success. Huntington Learning Center, La Rosa's Pizzeria, Anderson and Mount Washington, Park National Bank, NFP Corporate Services, Thompson Gifts and Awards, Anderson Community Television, Kroger, and Jody McKinley. We can give them applause too, please. I'd also like to thank all of the volunteers of the Citizen of the Year Committee who work behind the scenes to make this event possible. Would the committee members please stand and be recognized? Great job, everyone. It was a great event tonight. We congratulate all of the award winners tonight and look forward to seeing you all at future Chamber events. Party on the Plaza concert series this year begins May 5th, featuring Backbeat. The Chamber Golf outing is Monday, June 13th at the Golf Club at Legendary Run. We want to thank you very much for being here this evening and supporting your fellow citizens at this event. Before we end the evening, we would ask that all this year's finalists stay just a few moments after for photographs following the program. We want to thank you all for coming. Have a great evening.